Hey, good morning. Just dropping off the kids again and gonna do a quick drive. Gonna be going on the highway again. Had some really nice drives last night. Just really impressive drives. There wasn't much traffic on the street level, but on the highways, they just did a phenomenal job getting in and out and navigating. No interventions at all, no disengagements. So I was able to let the car do its thing and drive from point A to point B without taking over through three, four, three or four different quick drives, both on city highway type scenarios. So just want to see if that's progressing here. In the daytime, we've got morning, clear, yeah, clear skies, not a cloud in sight. Um, so ideal in that regard. But early morning, so we got the sun just coming right through the side of the windows. So got a good amount of strong sunlight and glare in the morning traffic, of course. So we'll be doing some street initially, but jumping straight onto a highway to allow the version 11, full stack, that vision, handle both street and highway together now. It's yeah, it seems really promising. Like I said, it's a step change for me. I feel like there's um, um, clear evidence that the changes are very noticeable and impactful, and towards the goal of becoming a safe and reliable autonomous vehicle software. So, there's still moments to work out, but it just seems like it's on the right progression, and those remaining obstacles are within reach to continue to run its cycles and be able to achieve the goal. So here we go, making this transition right into this on ramp to the highway. It looks fluid and easy, just seamless. Very nice, cool. Yeah, so got a nice start to the day. Feel pretty productive. Spirits are high. It's always good when you have that initial just positive feeling in the morning. So, and the weather always helps. Sunlight is a great, just natural endorphin booster. So getting that sunlight directly into the eyes and allowing it to help the body feel awake and alive in order to seize the day. Carpe diem. So here we go. We're on vision, just the cameras, and with the enhancements with the cameras now, moving the neural network, basically meaning that instead of looking at one camera at a time to slice things together and make decisions, it's using all the cameras in sequence, in parallel, I should say, and basically stitching it together to get a world view and using that information to then make its decisions for the drive. More humanistic, right? Your eyes, you're not looking at one eye or the other eye. You're not looking at one side or the other side. Your eyes are getting the full, perception of the world all at one time in order to make those decisions. Your peripheral, your straightforward, up and down. So becoming more and more um, the intent, to mimic the human eye, the human vision that that feeds the brain. And so the next step change here will be getting onto Dojo, which is the Dojo computer, their chipset, their basically supercomputer that's going to handle all this. It's supposed to be coming live or coming online this summer, sometime this summer, is from the timeline that I recall, given in previous AI days or chip days that they've had in the past. So it would be nice to get an update on that. I wonder if they'll this summer again have a session that goes over their hardware technologies and AI technologies to the public. That's always fun. It's a good recruiting tool that they use, as well as informative to the public and investors where they're at. so far so good. We're tracking 78 miles per hour on the highway, just running along all these other cars that have the people in them driving their vehicles. I really look forward to the day where more EVs are on the road, more of this adoption occurs. The more you drive EV, and it's not trying to be from an elitist standpoint or like one is better than the other. It's more just after you get to experience all the benefits of the EV, whether it's Tesla or others, especially like the cars that I would say Hyundai is making, and maybe even like Nissan and Renault, or obviously the cars out of China. Some of those are promising. These cars, they just have so many great benefits. You don't go to gas stations anymore, which is just great. Once you stop going, and then you have to go, like if you still have a ICE car, internal combustion engine car, it's just like, oh man, this is so much better. It's refreshing. It's you recharge your car at home. You wake up, you're ready to go. You don't have to stop at the gas station, pull the nozzle out of the station pump, and put fuel in your car with the fumes and the smells and the grit, and the lines as well. Like you go to these stations and you're just packed out, having to find the space, getting in and out is difficult, and then the prices of the gas, like it's really annoying and disturbing, because if you follow the market, there's deflationary pressure on commodities right now. All sorts of commodities are coming down. Your lumber, your different metals, your different minerals, and even oil, right? Petro. That is coming down, and it's been going down for months now, from its highs close to $90 a barrel. And now it's sitting just above, the high 60s to low 70s, and that has not been reflected in gas prices, at least here in Florida. I mean, I've seen that the gas prices have decreased like 8 to 10% somehow overall in the nation, but in Florida, they're still $3.50, $3.60, $3.80, up to right under $4 a gallon. And I mean, and you're in a city like Jacksonville where it's just a wide city. You do a lot of driving to get from anything, from place to place, because there's nothing concentrated, there's not enough density to allow for you to have everything you need within a few miles. So you're driving like I'm doing here. I drive my kid to school 10 miles. I drive over to IKEA 10, 12 miles. I drive back home another 15, 16 miles. And within a span of a couple trips, you're using 50, 60 miles just for like the early morning, and you repeat that in the afternoon, and you repeat that day after day. So, and the cars get, you drive, most people here drive a truck or SUV, and you're getting, best case scenario, 16 to 22 miles per gallon, really. The way that people drive here, you're not driving 55 miles an hour on the highway, you're not driving the 35, 40 miles on the street. People are moving, right? And they have load, they have cars with people in it, and trunks full of stuff, or the pickup full of gear, and so you're most likely getting closer to 15 miles a gallon. So that adds up. You're refueling basically once a week at minimum, I think, and maybe more than that, maybe twice a week, and that's going to be $100 each time. So you're spending $100 or $200 a week, and that's $400, $800 a month. It's just like, what are you going to do? And then, so that's the other thing. Like, so you avoid the gas stations, you plug in off peak hours, you get the benefit from the utility. I don't know, they throw you little pins for being responsible or taking the effort to, I'm not trying, that's a whole, I don't want to go there. So you get a little pins from the utility company, which is fighting this tooth and nail to, make this transition to be more sustainable, unfortunately. And they have a monopoly in the cities, in the states. So it's, what are you going to do? You're at their whim. Their decision making is defining the way that you live in your life. And the regulators and politicians around them support them because that's what they do. So I digress. So then, so you avoid the gas stations, you charge up off peak hours, you basically plug in at night, so you're charging from 10 to 6, 10 to 8 in the morning. That fills up your battery, and you're paying a fraction, a fourth, a third, or maybe even better than that. Especially if you pick up some solar panels at your home. Now you're charging, you get that upfront cost of the installation and materials of the solar panels, or maybe even adding a battery. But now you're using the free power that's given to you by the glorious sun in the sky. Yeah, there's just so many great solutions out there. It just, when you stop to think about it and just step back, you're like, why are many of these solutions not being more readily available and incentivized? And there's, a case being made with the new legislation that passed last year and is slowly, making its way through basically the IRA for residential stuff, and there's obviously IRA impact for the business stuff. But so many great solutions out there. But it's that conflict at the current systems, and it's always difficult to move away from your current establishment to something different because it has a impact to the collective good, which is understandable. There should be a responsible way to make that transition. All right, so we're here. I took it off FSD there. It kind of was letting me know as far as it's going to go at this point. So there's, that's one thing. It's not yet fully end to end. Oh no, I just realized this place is not open till 10. All right, well, that's it for me right now. I'll chat with you guys later. Bye.